the home. And we're tuning a guitar as usual. That's off. That's off. Get some people in here while we're tuning. There won't be. This guitar doesn't stay in tune at all, hardly. This is more of a novelty guitar. Oh, it's right on there. What is up? We're playing a BC Rich acoustic guitar. Yes, they actually exist. It is an electric acoustic, but it does not work. I'll grab my other phone so I can read the comments, because, So, I figured I'd do a quick weekend live. My wife is out running an errand and grabbing some food for my birthday dinner. And figured I'd kill some time, do a weekend live. There's the ugly guy. Look at that. That guy's ugly. That guy's ugly. 12 watching. That proves how ugly we are. Right? Because only the pretty people can go live for hours and Happy birthday. Thank you, Pale Rider. Get some people in here, do some shout outs. Before we go live, we had a good live feed last night with Pale Rider. Now this guitar, it's tuned to itself, but then check out this chord. See, it's off, see? That sounds ugly. Ew! That's a G chord that's not quite right. The guitar is in tune with itself. So those of you looking for guitars, what you need to do is you look at the neck and see if it's got any warpage going. This did travel in the truck with me for a while. Any guitar that you bring in the truck is going to get a beating, so I don't recommend taking a nice, don't take your Gibson Les Paul in the Peterbilt, Let's do some shout outs here. Let's see. We got Rick N, Charles Brandt, Nittany Lion, Spooby, Pale Rider TV, Thomas Wilson, Gary, Scott SRO, what's up? Cruising with Mike and Jen, happy birthday. Thank you very much. The Hool, Thomas Wilson, they are boring or not. Yep. What's happening? I was listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Awesome, Dennis. That's a good book. That's an excellent book. Let's see. We got Cascade saying grow a set. John Armstrong, Merry birthday, young grasshopper, and happy birthday. Thank you. I keep screwing this up. James goes live for hours, proves that theory wrong. Pappy Whamma Jamma, happy birthday. Thank you. Over Tax, Minnesota. Yeah, we I can't go live for more than an hour. I mean, I think the longest live feed I did was 2 hours. And I think that the most I've ever gone live in one day was, I think 3 times. It was because I was at 10 hours at Associated Wholesale Grocers here in Springfield, Missouri. And they were taking 10 hours to unload me. And that was with Schneider. So, Schneider had to pay out. I think they paid me $150 for that little scenario, which made it a pretty good load. I do miss the ease of lumber checks with Schneider. I mean, most brokers aren't bad. I usually try not to do a grocery warehouse load if I can help it, but if I do help it, I'm going to get paid well. I'm going to make sure that particular brokerage has a 24-hour line in which you can get a lumper code check, whatever. Sage Robinson's been pretty good. Coyote's been pretty good. JB Hunt was pretty good. The only issue is that, you call them and then it takes like 15 minutes for them to get back at you. So you hope that they didn't forget about you. So that is what's going on. So I appreciate that, Dave. So other than that, we have a low book for Tuesday because tomorrow I got to deal with a couple of things. And then Monday, I'm going to deal with a couple more things. I believe Jeff is bringing on a new driver on Monday. Your birthday was Wednesday? GNC Family Trucking. Chucky, how you doing, man? That was a good conversation you and I had last night. I hope it made you feel a little bit better. Yep. Thank you for the birthday wishes, guys. I had one anonymous friend give me a pretty good gift on Amazon, so that was cool. I help him out, he helps me out, so that's kind of cool. It's good to have good friends, right? This is a good guitar for just practicing exercises. Okay, so beginner guitar lesson, right? One of the first lessons you want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a mode shape or anything, it's just a finger exercise. Develops dexterity in your left hand there. So I'm glad that helped you out, Chucky. Sometimes we make a decision, a business decision, and we need other people to kind of say yay or nay, or why didn't you look at this, or try that, or, oh, I see why you did that because I didn't know that information, that kind of thing, right? Did you know Chucky's new truck is Prius blue? LOL. Well, most of my trucking career has been in a blue truck, so, blue truck. Blue trucks are awesome. The black Peterbilt was the first time I drove a truck that wasn't a blue truck. Besides trucking school, but we don't count those trucks, right? And the yellow Penske day cab Cascadia I had to drive. Because I had a hazmat load that truck went bad. And we had to rent a day cab to get the load delivered. So it's Air Force Blow, says Hool, or says Chucky. Green trucks are awesome. Green is the color of money, right? So let's talk about the new year coming up, right? We've already got people going, New Year, this is awesome. Let's look forward. Let's put the year behind you, da-da-da-da-da. And you got the kind of people who are like, oh, it's December 32nd, 2020, And there's a lot of people suffering, right? There's a lot of people who don't know if they're going to be able to go to work. They don't know if their business is going to survive 2021. I know several business owners that are struggling right now that are not trucking, right? And, and we're already seeing the posts on the Facebook rate per mile pages of don't take cheap freight. Don't let the lack of volume make you take lower rates. And it's like, if you follow these rates and lanes and rate per mile masters, you're going to see me post the gif of somebody beating a dead horse because it's the same arguments. Every time the market goes up, the same arguments. Every time the market goes down, it's the same arguments. And the market went down so hard last time that people decided to go to Washington and put up a stink there, which did absolutely nothing. You know why? Because you have to understand what the freight, logistics is not just moving something from point A to point B by a truck. There's a whole difference, right? And so I think we had a good discussion on Pale Rider's live feed. And I thought it was a good discussion. So red trucks are faster and more efficient. That might be true. It's going to be good, says Cascade. James Best is in the house. Congratulations to James Best for starting the whole membership thing. I don't think I will ever be there. I think I'm there. I mean, I got the notification from YouTube that I could start doing that. But I barely think my material's good enough to do this, right? Let alone want somebody to pay me every month to do this. I got a new GoPro. New to me. It's a GoPro 5. And the picture and stability is way better than the old one, right? And I was working on a vlog. And I realized I didn't finish the vlog. At the end of the load, I never filmed me finishing the load. And that's where that footage of the tow truck almost hit me. That's where that came from. And I said, screw it. I'm just going to do that little bit because when I started talking, I hated to hear myself talk. And I'm not, I don't know. It bothers me. I can't even go back and watch my own live feeds anymore because I hate the sound of my voice. So I can't imagine someone wanting to pay a membership for the privilege of listening to my awful voice. And no, I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm just, I don't know, I think I talk too much. Especially in the vlogs. I should just stick to just footage of me dropping a trailer and hooking up airlines and putting a little bit of music while I'm going down the road and talk about, hey, we're in Houston, Texas, yay, and then, and keep going. Don't talk about the load. Don't talk about the customer. Don't get into a 5-minute narrative detail of what bull crap I'm doing. Just drive and go, right? Now, with the gift that my friend gave me, I'm going to buy an external mic setup for my GoPro. And maybe the audio can be a lot better. There's still this rattle, and I think it's the little case that the camera's in. I think that's the problem. A lot of guys have memberships. It's nothing new. Oh, I know. Memberships are for access to unlisted long live feeds only. Nothing more. A bit of confusion, I think. I think there was. I was on the impression that only people that are members can chat. That's how Red Viking Truckers got it set up. And look, and I don't blame Red Viking, whatever, doing that because he was trolled so much that you got to pay for the privilege to chat. And I thought that's what you were doing, James. And I'm glad that's not the case. The problem with that is that a member can share the link to your unlisted video to a non-paying member. Therefore, kind of putting a dent in that little plan. It's for the unlisted videos. Not all videos or all live feeds, just the ones that are unlisted. Man, if I did that, half my videos are unlisted usually. Oh, and before anybody talks about it, the minute that this live feed's done, I'm going to go back to it and unmonetize the mid-roll ads because the last few live feeds, I didn't realize YouTube was doing this automatically. They're putting mid-roll ads. And so that's where, when you have an hour live feed, they're like, hey, we can put 20 ads in this thing. And I became one of those guys, and I hate that. So YouTube premium guys, you're like, what are you talking about? But yeah, so I'll be fixing that as soon as the live feed's done. If I even keep this up, right? I'm poor. If the membership was $1 and I knew I could watch the lives and replay, I'd pay for membership, because during these days of COVID-19, it's nice to have something to take my mind off of things. Grafton, what's up? Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not disparaging James Best at all. I mean, I'm glad that he's in a position that he can make a couple of bucks to do that. I don't see myself being able to make a couple of bucks doing that. To me, it's about content. So, I'm not saying James doesn't have content. You never know what you're going to get with the James Best live feed. But, you know, look, YouTube has become a source of income, right? And one of the tricks that they talk about is they tell people, when you do a podcast style, have a like a bookshelf of books behind you, right? That makes you look sophisticated. And I thought there was like, oh, whatever, you know? And it turns out, like, I watched 5 podcasts or videos all in a row with people with books in the shelf behind them. Or if you're a music guy, have records behind you or CDs behind you. Or if you're a guitar player, have like your guitars on a stand behind you or whatever. We'll be back in the truck Tuesday, maybe Monday, but the temperatures around here are kind of affecting my normal freight. There's a load of water I was going to book, but it's an overnight run and it's supposed to get down in the 20s, so I didn't want to take that risk. So, play some Never Weep. Never Weep. Man, that's the music that I used for the little tow truck incident. Man, I don't even remember how to play that song. We stopped playing it live because that's actually a challenge for me to play and sing at the same time. And be in key vocally. That was one we didn't play live very much. So that song's like 10 years old. I don't think I can remember it. I could probably figure it out, but this guitar's not tuned. This is a 6-string. I think it's tuned to probably either E or D at the most. The truck had a 1/4 inch of ice over the entire body, including the tires. That's why OTJB is putting booze behind him, Lil Coach. Lil Coach, I was thinking about you today. I was watching a video about, it's called LA is Hell. And it was this guy talking about the downtown Los Angeles, and how the rent's going down and the homeless camps are going up in these rich areas. And a lot of the rich and elite are like leaving in droves. John Dollahite, good evening. Happy New Year's. But anyways, while a guitar's painted would be a cool look, right? I prefer Broken Blinds and a Slayer banner, Slayer banner. My Iron Maiden banner is it's bigger than the one that's in the truck, but there's like a TV and a stereo blocking it. So I don't really need to reveal my whole room. Tainted Purity 2005 Old Man. Yeah, that's that. You know what the story with that song is that our bass player had a cousin who passed away due to cancer, and that he wrote the lyrics to that song. Never weep. Yeah, that was his song. So that was what that song's about. It's actually a sad story behind that song. But Overtaxed, I'm very impressed. Tainted Purity is I think that was one of our crowning achievements. I don't don't think there's a bad apnea album in the bunch. Of course, I'm biased, right? But Tainted Purity was we had mastered a craft, and I pretty much recorded all the guitars except for leads. With the guy that was playing lead for us for a minute, he came in and did the leads for us. I do a couple of leads, I think. I can't remember. I never like put a lead in the song just for the sake of putting a lead in the song, right? I'm not like, oh, guitar solo moment. I was never that guy. So we have a lot of songs that don't even have solos, and I think he came in and did, and then that particular album has no, that's a different album. But yeah, so there's a few, but yeah, all the rhythms are me, so. Yep, 1 bedroom in LA, $2,400 a month. Yeah, they're predicting that's going to be down to like $1,500 by the end of the year, right? Yeah, I agree with you, Thomas. Thor and Thunder, what's up? Play some blues, right? Next year might be the time to move to Cali. Absolutely not, Mr. Bass. Absolutely not. So, I hope everybody's going into 2021 with some newfound hope. I hope 2020 taught you the lessons that I was talking about in early 2020 about, when this COVID world stuff first started, that this year was going to test you financially, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I hope that you guys found some sense of strength somewhere. And it was tough, man. It's still tough. And I find that the longer I stay home, the harder it is to go back out. And that's not a good place for me. So we're definitely going back out Tuesday. I got a couple of things that I'm keeping an eye on with the truck with the power steering. So we're not booking a load to Florida or anything, or to Seattle like some people, On my way to pick up the truck in St. Louis and start running for Spartan Direct. Exciting new chapter in my trucking career. Tommy Z, congratulations. Did you get the Peterbilt or the Freightliner? So I was under the impression the Peterbilt is in Springfield, and we could have hung out and had dinner. I checked my numbers and was pleasantly surprised. Good deal. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do a year-end expense report for you guys. I forgot about that. Next live feed will do that, right? That's not a gun. No, it isn't, Jeff. You don't show those things on live feeds. Silly. And I'm never look. You never want to be the guy that goes on like these concealed places, Facebook pages and go, look at my arsenal. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to let the whole world know that you've got all these things, right? 2021, read your Bible. A lot of good wisdom in that book. I will agree with you, Chucky, there. Year has just begun, right? Thomas Wilson, says that 2020 was a fantastic year, right? For me, it was okay. I think the hardest part about 2020 was the truck costing me 20 grand. 20 is all the way across, right? So I hope that this year doesn't mean it's going to cost me 21. So, but if it does, we'll deal with it, right? I'm not opposed to getting a new truck if needed. I'd have to run a little bit more. Who wants to do that? You got the Freightliner? Good deal, man. B Money Go. Happy New Year. So, thanks, Bess. Appreciate all your kind words. Taking the time to speak with me on the phone. Very helpful. Good deal. Terry, what's up? Yeah, electric acoustic Warlock. That's exactly what it is, Terry. That's exactly what it is. I agree with your whole, even though I won't read that out loud. DIY Semi, what's up? Happy New Year to you, sir. I'm really enjoying your channel. You know. Happy New Year, says B Money Go. Appreciate that. Tommy, you got my number if you need any help, because there's going to be some mental tricks to the spot market. I've got a friend of mine starting at another company over at Advance Monday. We got a guy starting over here Monday. Well, not here in Springfield, but at Like Trucking. And if you survive the little slowdown we're going to see in February, you're golden. You're golden. Hang on to every penny. Just because your bank account says you got $10,000 doesn't mean you have $10,000. That's the most important lesson right there, sir. This guitar sucks. I got all day tomorrow heading to Kansas City to start Amazon. Maybe we can beat up. You have the coolest live streams. Thank you, DIY. I appreciate that. I've been recently just doing this guitar stuff. Every now and then I'll do a guitar live feed, but the live feed will be ending once my wife gets home with dinner. So. And I think Like Trucking is looking for contractors, so be sure to put your application in at Safety Like Trucking. Gonna have to visit the auctions. No, I don't know any. I don't know any of that, B Money. Believe it or not, there was a music store in town that actually had a sign saying no playing Sweet Child of Mine allowed. You're not allowed to play that because that's a guy, little closet metalhead goes into a guitar store and that's the first thing he plays, either that or Stairway to Heaven or Smoke on the Water. I should learn Sweet Child of Mine just to do that, just to be the annoying guy at the guitar store. Thomas Wilson, 8515. No, I don't know any apnea. Not on this guitar. There's no apnea on this guitar. There you go. Oops. I believe that riff was originally wrote on this guitar, to be honest with you. Apnea logo is still the coolest logo I've seen. James Best, here's how that came about. So I had a picture in mind, right? So I described it to a guy that was playing guitar, the guy that recorded the last album, and he just did something hand-drawn. And so I gave it to the guy that did a few album covers, a guy named David Bayless, who lives in, I believe he lives in Joplin. And it was the brother-in-law of our bass player at the time. And man, he came up with that logo, and it was freaking awesome. And we've used it ever since. It's like we hated. I kind of hated to give the band name up because of that, but there's several apneas now, and most of them suck. And so the new band name, it doesn't quite fit. New band name, I say, but yeah, that was based off just a hand drawing, based off me telling him how to draw, because I can't draw at all. Wayne's World. Team Tiny Trucking, you know any Captain Steel? No, I know of them. I'm sure they played this note once. There you go. There's your Captain Tennille. You should learn Mother by Danzig. I should. I could probably sit down and listen and learn that whole album. John Christ was pretty basic, pretty good. Played an old school BC Rich, man. I love his sound. Actually, it was Reno. What are you talking about? Candlemass, yeah. Clyde Garland, good evening. I don't remember that. Oh, look at Big Rig, give me $3. Look at Jeff. It's a great birthday. Reno, Nevada. I've never been to Reno. Oh, okay. You saw Captain Seal in Reno. Was it a jam and show there, Terry? I bet you there was a lot of lovely ladies there, or a lot of old ladies. Was that a car show? Well, that explains it. I think somebody's home. Thomas Wilson, no way, dude! Don't do that. Wow. No, I'm on a live feed, son. Is your mom home yet? No. Okay. Wow, Thomas, thank you very much. I'm gonna have to buy you a steak next time we hang out. You need to come up to Springfield. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. Yeah, now I got to take Terry to sushi for that 100. My boy Price supplied with your IC guy. Runner needs a trailer and an opportunity. I referred him to you. Well, that's good, Team Tiny. Thank you for that. Oh, Jeff's giving me 10. Cool. Thank you very much. Grafton. Thomas, you rule, man. You rule. You're rocking and rolling. You are, man. You're doing good, man. Look, one of these days I need to interview Thomas live on YouTube because he came into the owner-operator game right. He had a goal. He had a dream. He did his research. He listened to the right people, and he made it work. And then he works hard for the opportunities that he got because he's with a really good dispatch at his company, and he kills it. And I'm not just saying that because he gave me $100. I'm saying that because it's true. And Thomas, is not afraid to put money back into the truck. He's got some pretty good standards. He learned recently that it's important to wire an inverter correctly. And he's got a lovely assistant that rides with him in the truck. And does pretty good. Look at you, Terry. 666. Oh, man. Now I definitely got to buy you sushi, right? Team Ty, I talk to him. We'll let him know when we get enough trailers. Yeah, trailers are a deal, man. I know where there's a 2004, Jeff. It's really nice. Wink, wink. I heard there's some orange trailers there in St. Louis, Edwardsville. Solar didn't even have to stand on a corner with his guitar. This is the digital version of that, little Viking coach. Didn't you realize that? Thor, what you do is you go online and find a well-rated pure sine wave inverter and make sure you got the right size cables for it. That's all you need. And you want to go at least 2,000 or 2,500. It all started with watching Mr. Jeff cooking and sitting, drinking coffee, and dropping nuggets of information. Yeah, back in the day when Jeff cooked in the truck when he was a truck driver, those were the good days. Looking for 3K? That's going to cost you about $300. Oh, the other place you can look for is RV stores. Not Camping World. Don't support them. But any other one. Do not support Camping World. Southbound Jay, what's up? There you go. Thomas Wilson's got it right there. More than that from what I've seen. Yeah, but a pure sine waves is going to cost you more. So I appreciate the super chats, guys. $4 for coffee. Awesome. Now Jeff smokes briskets. I did a brisket for Christmas. It came out wonderful. I didn't smoke it, though. That might be my goal for when I went hunting. I was made fun of because I'm the only male in the area that doesn't have a smoker, and I missed a deer 4 shots, and I felt bad because we were using a 300 blackout, and that ammo is kind of hard to find right now. Not my 300 blackout. I don't own anything that fancy. That's all I own. This is a softball bat. That's all I own. Come on over, smokers ready? Our old coffee shop Denny's is now a weed store. It is. It's got a bunch of tree trimming trucks in front of it. But where we at? We're at 35 minutes, and I have said absolutely nothing. Mine's a modified install from the factory when it was new, but only 1800. It doesn't like my air fryer. Yeah, some of those appliances really kind of drain them. I had a company truck that I had to run the truck if I wanted to run the microwave or the coffee maker because the APU couldn't keep up with it. This truck here, well, of course, I got a carrier, so I just use it because carrier is like a generator, so it's on. And the only thing that's happened is if I used to have an electric fryer, and it would or skillet, electric skillet, and if you turned it past 300, it broke the breaker. So I actually took that out of the truck because it was taking up space. And if you guys see my truck, you know that I'm kind of lame about that. I'm kind of a hoarder. So I took it out of the truck. I believe I just tossed it. But if you kept it under 300, it did pretty good. It just smoked up the truck too much. So go deer hunting in Slayer shirt. What shirt was I wearing? I can't remember what shirt I was wearing. Have you guys seen the photo of me on Facebook with the whole hunter garb? You know, bigrigceo was nice enough to loan me the bib, coveralls, and the overalls because it was cold in the beginning, and then a camo jacket, which I do not have. I don't have. The only thing camo I have is a couple of hats. That's it. I did have a hunter's hat and I did have a hunter's vest. But later in the day we didn't need all that stuff. We just needed, so there's bought one last week. That's all I could find. You think the 1800 modified should actually be fine? I don't know. It depends on what you want to push through it, Thor. You gotta look at the wattage of your appliances. Was it your warrant? Oh, that's funny. Don't animals only see black and white, so why camouflage? I don't know. I don't know the science. I guess it helps a little bit. They freak out on movement anyways, right? They're not like T-Rexes where if you don't move, So. But I'm such a horrible shot that by the end of the last 4 shots, the gig was up. They were like, because I hit the ground next to them, and that pretty much sealed the deal on them freaking out. I run 3-in-1 air dryer, oven, microwave, surround system with a flat screen and coffee pot on. It'll handle no problem. There you go. I don't use my TV in the truck too often. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to say, we're going to end this live here. It's going to be a short one tonight. I almost bought an air fryer today, 1800 watts, got a 3000 watt inverter with other crap plugged in, just don't know. Team Tiny, do you have an APU? Do you have an APU? If you do, you want the truck on when using that, I would think. I don't know. I'm not electrical expert. All I know is that some inverters I had to run the truck, run the coffee maker, and there are some appliances that bog down my carrier, which I know would like kill a Thermo King, because you know why? Thermo King sucks. That's why. Happy New Year, everyone. I pray the Lord bless each and every one of you. Peace, love, prosperity, looking good, Loris North. Thank you, Light Bright. You are awesome. I appreciate you. Thomas loves cooking. Not today. Glad I found your channel. Thanks. You're welcome, I guess. Jim Murdoch, hello. Are you somebody I know? Not today. Vegas LVC 2 nights and a bottle of whiskey. What could possibly go wrong? I think they make movies about that little scenario there, Team Tiny. This guitar. See, it's not that bad off, right? And then you. So for those of you who've got trained ears, I apologize. But anyways, guys, let's YW. Who do I know that's YW? Or that's code for something. Yeah, look for Adam's house. That's funny. All right. Well, sounds like my family is here. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. I'm kind of dumb. I'm dumb, so kind of an idiot. Party on, Star Lord. Not today. You're welcome. Thank you. Sorry. Look, guys, I appreciate the super chats. Thomas Wilson, thank you very much. Look, 2020 taught us a lot of lessons about our health, about our government, about what needs to be done if you're going to survive the next, year, right? And there's a lot of things that are up in the air this month. And so just be prepared for anything. There's a YouTube channel I watch called Order of Man, and they talked about this at length about you should always be prepared. No, regardless of what the political climate is, regardless of what the economic climate is, you should always be prepared. And I know it's tough. It can be tough. And so you kind of have to have your upstairs going good because in the end that might be all you have left, right? So thank you, Donnie. I appreciate that. I am an old man. I'm 49. So we're trying to think of something extravagant for next year for the big 5-0. The big 5-0. That's half a century, guys. That's half a century of nonsense that I've spread upon this world. So, dude, I'm dumber than you. One of my cousins said, could it get any worse? I said, of course, don't tempt it, right? I like that. There's a meme out there. It's from The Simpsons where Homer, where Bart's like, this is the worst day of my life. And Homer goes, the worst day of your life so far. and that's the deal, man. I mean, that truck could throw a rod tomorrow and like, bye bye, paid off truck, right? And anything could happen. And just like my little video of the tow truck that almost hit me. I mean, that would have cost me a lot of money just in downtime, and just because the guy couldn't look in his mirror, before he took off, and in his defense, that's normally not the direction you travel in that. So he probably wasn't even thinking about it, or he was thinking about, his job more than the actual driving. So you got to be prepared for anything, and and you never have to get ready if you're always ready, right? So 49, I got t-shirts that old. LOL, not really. Snorler, skydiving at 50. Absolutely not, little white coach. If I go skydiving, I will die of a heart attack. Plain, flat, just none, right? Um, just none. So that ain't gonna happen. I can't even do a roller coaster. I'm that chicken. Heights and I do not get along. I do not do heights at all. Now I do okay on overpasses. Like, there's a couple of those around Laredo that kind of make me nervous, but for the most part, I do okay with those because I'm in a big vehicle, and you don't feel it. But being in a little car that's holding you up by these four little bolts like that, no, I don't think so. No, but I'd pass out before the plane even left the ground, right? That would be me. I'd pass out. We jump out of the plane, pass out, and then next thing you know, I'm on the ground going, "Oh, what happened? You skydived, yay!" So I made it to 50. There's no reason to tempt it, right? So with that being said, thank you for watching. I appreciate the super chats and the happy birthday messages. I appreciate that very much. And hopefully the next live feed I do will be from the truck. And let's get some vlogs going, right? Hopefully I'll get this microphone set up and we'll be good to go. So, wish my... no. There's a bridge near Antioch, California that goes up and down like St. Louis Arch. That freaks... Yes, there's one like that in Mississippi, Rick. And they closed it finally. You don't remember the 80s? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You have a good night. Good night. Have a good night, too. Good night. Be safe. And, head on a swivel and watch out for your fellow person. Peace.